Okay. Welcome back to part 3 of planning for the virtual vision board party. The virtual financial vision board party. I am Natalie Walters, and I am so glad to be here once again to share with you all. Now, before I do, I want to take a moment to just send out my love and prayers to all of the people in Nigeria that are going through very hard times. Hard is not even a word to use. It is traumatizing to see what is happening in that country at this point in time. It just affects everyone that has family that is not there, that cannot help them immediately. It affects us, people of color, who see people like us being treated the way they do. We already have a fight here in North America that we're dealing with for social justice, systematic oppression, and all the other factors that we've been fighting for centuries, and now we're still fighting, and it is against our own, within our own lands. Very, very sad. My prayers goes out to anyone who has family back home, and that's as much as I could say right now. I use a lot of what I see as motivation to keep me going, knowing that I have an opportunity to make a change in my life. And I use the time to make sure that on my platform, I share that good energy and good vibe and make sure that I'm hopefully encouraging other people to make a difference for themselves. Now today, moving into part 3, we're going to be talking about an additional source of income, so that way it will help you to achieve your financial goal. And along with that additional source of income requires research. Now, I don't know about you, one source of income is obviously taking a toll on people, and that's why when you're not budgeting properly and you are overwhelmed with expenses, you end up in debt. Now, some people are doing well, and for you, your vision board may not be focused on getting out of debt and raising your credit. Maybe your additional source of income and your vision board is based on how do I just allow my assets to grow. I want to continue to grow, and whatever I get, I want to allocate that money into growth and forming a really solid portfolio. I speak about debt because obviously I shared my story previously, and that's where that is. So, working out of it, I'm focusing on gaining another set of income, so that way it will help me to allocate my money into either investing more and then just making sure my debt ratio is really low or eliminated. And I'm near eliminating it anyway, so eliminating it is the goal. Now, some people may already have something in their mind as another opportunity for them to gain another source of income. And if that's you, great. Why don't you have that job yet? Why didn't you start that business yet? Is it something up here that is impacting you from moving forward? Is it time that's impacting you from moving forward into getting that additional source of income? Is it a skill that is interfering with you being able to gain that extra source of income? Figure it out, and that's what I would suggest you do at this point in time. If you have an idea and you just haven't moved on it, do your research on that idea. If it's a business and you're not sure what the trends are and how you start, you can go onto the canada.ca website. If you're here in Canada, there's a lot of information about starting a business. You can put that you search Canada, well, you don't have to search canada.ca, www.canada.ca, and then you go to starting a business, and it says the steps to consider before operating a business in Canada. If you're like, I don't necessarily want to start a business, I have this talent, I want to make a little extra money, I want to see how it goes, then start. If you have the supplies and if you have the talent and it is not anything financial that's interfering with you being able to start, and it's just you in your mind, Well, you need to get out of your mind because you have a goal. If you're doing the vision board and you got a goal, then you need to make sure that you're ready to start, right? And if you're close to accomplishing a way of getting a second source of income, start. If you are far, but at the same time you have an idea and you want to research the idea, get on the Canada.ca website. You can look at starting a business. You can look at business grants and financing if you do not have any, if you don't have additional funds for it. Now, I will say that as much as people are giving out grants to assist startup businesses, there are certain requirements when you go to apply for grants. They'll want a business plan. Sometimes they'll ask you to have a business bank account. And a lot of this stuff requires a lot of time and dedication into writing up a nice business plan. Also, making sure that you have a decent credit score. You want good, but a decent credit score enough to open a business account. You have to register a business and all of that. And if that's where you want to go and it's a business that you want to have long term, start now. Start now, don't wait. Maybe you will not get the income coming in right away the way that you want to. You're putting in the work to lay the foundation to building another source of income that may end up being your primary source of income. So always make sure that you've done your research. Other people, it may not be that you need, you may not be wanting to start a business. Maybe you want just to get another job. It's easier for you to get a job. You can't handle entrepreneurship and all of this other stuff. So you just want a job. Well, then if you just want a job and unfortunately things haven't been working out for you, maybe you need to revisit your resume. Look at your resume and look at your credit. Look at your resume and your credit. Lord, I talk a lot about credit on here, eh? Look at your resume and cover letter. And if it has not been working for you, maybe you need to hand it off to a friend that may be able to assist you. If you don't have any friends that can help you with reviewing your resume, then contacting an employment agency and seeing if they can assist you with going over your resume. They are very helpful with, as long as you come with something. Don't go to them and say, I don't have a resume. They always want to see you have something, and then they will help you build upon that. Do more research. Maybe there's some words that are missing, some language on the resume that in lines with the company that you want to work with. You want to make sure that everything is in sync. Transferable skills, make sure it's on there, right? You don't want to be talking about something that doesn't apply to the job that you're applying to. You make sure that your skills and your abilities match what they're looking for. That's a marriage. And then you pray and you hope and you keep persistent on making sure you send it out electronically. You network, you send out a letter maybe to say, hey, check out this resume I sent out. My name is blah, 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 and I would really like this opportunity. If it is something that requires you to do any testing, because some jobs nowadays, they want you to do a testing, and there is typing. If it's a clerical job, they want to know what is your speed and your accuracy. There are typing tutors online where you can sit online and practice. Prepare yourself that even if your resume goes through and you have a test that you have to do, you are ready to go. You're not nervous. You're not insecure about what you have that will allow you to get further in the opportunity of actually gaining the job. You also have times where you don't necessarily need to take a course. Maybe you need to have a certain training or certification added to your resume just to give it a little fluff. You haven't had any training or education updated on your resume. Maybe take a course or two. There's a lot of courses online that are free. Look them up. Free courses. Go to the colleges and universities and see what is available if they are free on their websites. Certificate programs. LinkedIn has some, I know that. And then also LinkedIn Learning is what it was. LinkedIn Learning, there's a lot of certificate programs that you can take on there. There is also the opportunity if you need to do, well, we can't be really doing first aid and stuff right now. I don't think they have that going on unless you're applying for paramedic and you have to do it. They work that out for you. Here on Instagram, there are a lot of influencers who have been dealing with the social media platform and dealing with marketing and life coaching and maybe some type of art that they can teach you, and they want to teach you how to start your own business and investing. Like, everybody has a course nowadays. Find someone that you find is credible, and maybe they have a course that's affordable that will allow you to get some type of certificate and add that to your database and your toolbox, because it's good to have tools in your toolbox, and make sure that you're marketable when you want to either apply for a business or start a business. You have a certain level of learning and understanding of whatever it is that you want to get into. Another thing about research is reading. You may not need to take another course. Maybe you just need to get a book. Get a book, a good book. See if someone can refer a book to help you learn more, or maybe enlighten you more about whatever idea it is that you're interested in going into. And that way, when you start to read, you'll start to internalize some of it, and it will present new thoughts and ideas to you to encourage you to work towards this second source of income, and also staying committed and consistent to the journey that you're set out to do. So today, short, sweet, everything else. If you haven't seen part 1 or 2, I would say to you to go back. I will implement those videos right here. Check them out. Preparation on starting your vision board. Whether you join me on November the 14th at 6 p.m. with a few other people, I don't know how many, but I hope it is a good group. I know it will be a good group of individuals who are ready to go and excited about their future. As much as there's a lot going on around us, we have life, we have health, we have strength, and if you do have all of those, then you know what? Make it your duty to set aside time to work on yourself. Now, I really appreciate having you guys here with me. If you are joining me on the 14th of November at 6 p.m., I'm going to ask you to email me, send me your email address, DM me at Reset with Nat, because it's going to be on Zoom. I want this to be on Zoom. I'm not doing it on Instagram, because Instagram only allows people to look at me do what I do, or one person at a time that I basically invite as a guest. I don't want that. I want it to be an interactive platform. I am going to have games. There's going to be music. It's going to be a vibe, okay? If you see me on my page, I'm a little bit of a fun person. Not a little bit. I'm a fun person. And I'm going to be having fun with whoever is there on the 14th, all right? So you guys, thank you so much once again. And with everything you do, have faith, stay focused, and always follow through. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and also this page. Take care. Planet, motivate the planet. It's similar to information, but dug out. Pushing you granted. Who's in control? I'm activating your soul. You know the way the games get sold.